There were a few books that we didn't have that people wanted. We wanted to point out a couple of things, though. If you wanted to pay for a copy of the book now, Catana will be able to sign a postcard for you, and then we can count the shipping on a book sent to you. And to facilitate that, we have people after the events upstairs at both customer service desks and the one down here. We also have these clipboards going around on which you can give your email and sign up for a book that way. I also wanted to take the opportunity, given that this is an event so entwined in online culture, to plug our social media. So please follow us at BN Upper East NYC on Instagram, BN Upper East on Facebook, and BN Upper East on Twitter. And without further ado, please join me in welcoming Catana from Catana Comics to talk about Little Moments of Life.
I'm Catana. Yeah, this is John. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. This is our first in-person event ever, and I was still super nervous. It's been like 10 seconds so far. I haven't fainted, so that's good. So far, so good. Really though, thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm super excited to answer some of your questions if you have any. Yeah, that's it.
I will be your moderator.
Hello. We're going to do just a quick intro, get to know Catana, a couple audience questions, and then we'll move on to signing because there's about 2.4 trillion people here. So I guess first question, how did the comics get started? I'm sure everyone wants to know that story because I love that story.
So the comics started in 2016, and it was Thanksgiving. I was super sick, and because it was Thanksgiving, I had like my entire body weight's worth of mashed potatoes. So I was sitting on the couch, and I was drawing on my iPad, which was actually John's iPad, and it was like 5 years old. And I was telling John about the mere exposure effect, which is just like the idea that if you see someone more often, you'll like them more. And John thought that was really funny, and John was like, "Is that what you did to me?" And I was like, "You're a jerk." John?
It's a responsibility.
And he was like, "You should make a comic about that," which was a funny thing to say because it's not like we had ever done that before. But I did, and then I showed John, and John loved it, and he was like, "When are you going to post these on the internet?" And I was like, "I'm not going to do that." But I kept making them just for John, and then after a while, he was like, "Well, if you're not going to post them, I'm going to post them." And I was like, "By all means." So he did, and they went bigger than I thought they were going to, and I just never stopped. Just doing it since then. So yeah.
How many followers you have, or how many people you have on your website when you pop your first bottle of champagne?
When we hit double digits on our website, we popped a bottle of champagne. So this is exciting right now.
Now you're at like 7 digits. Is there ever a time where you make a comic and John's like, no.
Yes. If people haven't noticed yet, I really like making comics about butts. Which, like, I would post nonstop every day. But John is like, my mom follows me. So I don't know about that one.
Favorite Friday night activity?
I don't know. We have a dog. and we like to spend a lot of time with him. So most Friday nights now, I want to say, we stay home, and I usually make cookies because I only eat cookies on weekends for some reason, and we eat all of them.
I would say the margarita night.
Oh, we also do margaritas.
A lot of margaritas.
Yeah.
All right, I'm thinking Catana Comics cookbook at some point. Just saying.
That would be like all boxed food.
Mac and cheese, pizza.
Yeah.
And I guess also in terms of just relationship, just, you know, how long have you guys been together, and, you know, what you guys enjoy doing for fun, travel?
We're coming up on 3 years now. Yeah. So when the comic So when the comics started, we'd only been together for like a year, and I'm like super impressed that John was able to have a relationship comic made about him only a year into it, and he's still here. So that's good. I forgot what the question was.
What do you guys like doing for fun, like travel? Or?
How did I just answer that question that way? I don't know. We really like beer, so we drink a lot of beer. We like to try new and different beers, and we also really like to make videos. Like we just got a drone we were just like, let's get a drone, and we did, and we just made videos. We really like making videos, stuff like that. So, I play piano and John plays guitar, so sometimes we do that.
I like to travel a lot. Photography, videography.
We try.
It's got a
All right, one last question for me before I open it up to the audience, and I'm only asking this because I just discovered this today thanks to someone else. Why does John not have glasses in the comics?
Oh no!
Trade secret.
Because square glasses on brown eyes look really weird. That's pretty much the only reason.
Okay. Any audience questions?
You said you had a dog. When's that coming in the comics?
Thank you. Everyone always asks that. My parents bug us every single day. My dad is his biggest agent.
That's a good question. He's been like in the comics like a little bit, a couple times, but he hasn't done like a feature, a debut. I don't really know why. I don't really know why. He'll come in eventually. He will. He's a good boy.
I'm gonna get my steps in.
Hi, I'm Joe. This is Kelly. We love your book.
Thank you.
Okay, she told me to stop. I'll stop. I was wondering, when you were coming up with the design, like, what made you make their eyes so huge? Like, did you use an egg? What did you use to come up with that giant eye? I love the eye. I really do. But, like, what made you make your character design this way?
That is such a good question. Well, like I was saying, when we first made the comics, it was kind of like on a whim, and I didn't really have any like ideas for a character. Like, I didn't sit there sketching out the characters, and just kind of did it. And I don't like that little side eye thing that they have. I've been doing that since I was like 3. Like, if you look at my smiley faces when I was a kid, they all had like those weird eyes, and I have no idea why I started doing that. But yeah, I literally have no idea. That was a good question. I should ask myself that question because I don't know.
Hi, I'm Sarah. So my boyfriend's currently living in San Francisco for 3 months, and your comments are like really relatable, like scarily relatable. Like sometimes I'm like, is this not like me? And so anyway, I just wanted to know, like, what's the longest that you two have been apart, and like what was that like, and was it hard?
That's a good question. It hasn't been that long. Yeah.
We both work from home.
Yeah, we both work from home, so we haven't been apart for too long at all. So we truly do have like so much respect for people that are able to do long-term relationships for any period of time. I don't know what that's like, but I can't imagine that it's easy. So props to you for you guys to keep going. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Sam and this is Lucas. I was just wondering how you guys met.
So it's actually a funny story. We matched on Tinder. It's more than that.
She stopped talking to me.
Okay, so we matched on Tinder and we talked for a little bit, and then I just stopped talking. But only because I like wasn't taking Tinder like that seriously. I don't know. Like we just stopped talking, and then I saw him. I was at a bar with my friends one night, and I saw him, and I was like, I like that guy. I think I know him from Tinder. And so all night I was like trying to make it super obvious that I wanted to talk to him. I was like dancing, and he just like wasn't paying attention to me. And so finally I said to my friend, I was like, I really want to talk to this guy, and he's clearly not interested because I'm not getting any response from him. And so finally she just looks at me and she like pushes me. So she pushes me into him. And John turns around and he goes, sorry, and then he turns back around. Dude!
From my side of the story, my friend's like, oh, I think that girl really wants to talk to you. I was like, yeah, she stopped talking to me on Tinder. Like, this is really weird.
So romantic.
All right, anyone else? Oh, I see hands there.
Hi, my name is Marvin. This is my girlfriend Kayla, and we want to know how many books does it take to make Kissing Height?
I don't know. I mean, like
2.
we need a lot more books to be Kissing Height.
Oh, did you
I'm
kiss
in
in
pouring
height?
chills right now.
I'm sorry, I told you you kissed tonight. I was like, oh. Sold.
That's a
The
good.
comics is 3, and this is way off scale.
Oh, yeah, you're going to talk about
I would try it if I wasn't in pouring chills. And if we had any books to spare.
Wait, I think so. All right, we're good.
Like 3 encyclopedias, maybe.
Were you always a visual artist,
War and Peace.
and have you always done comics for other projects, or what is your journey into it?
I've been doing art forever. I started doing like traditional art, like ink and pencil and painting and stuff. And it's funny, like when I was a kid, I drew like a lot of comics. Like I filled up books of comics, and it was like a weird activity for a kid to do, but I did it all the time. And then I made projects about how when I grew up I wanted to be a comic book artist. And then obviously around like 15, I was like, that's not a real job. So I stopped. But I continued to do art forever. Like I've always done art. So it really was like a weird coincidence that John asked me to do that first comic for him, because I had done it a little bit before. I mean, they were really bad because I was like 8, but yeah.
Hi, so my name is Jay, and as everybody else has been doing, it's my girlfriend Jen. So something that you just said actually prompted a second question with John. When she first started, what were you doing to promote her as you brought it out on the website? And then the thing that you just brought up, that when you said you were 15, where you were just like, oh, this is not a real job and whatnot. She draws. and I've been trying to get her to do the same thing, and she's kind of hit that wall a little bit. So what did you do to like break out of that and think to yourself, well, I can do something with this?
I bugged her like every day. The first time I saw her draw and paint and everything, I was just blown away. I was like, why are you not doing this every day? I wish I could draw, I wish I could paint, I wish I could do anything creative. So yeah, I bugged her every single day, and then I remembered I had that like old broken iPad. I was like, try the digital art, or like try something new, you know, like just keep trying new things, because I was just so impressed.
You guys think you need to be every day, so.
Yeah, keep at it, keep bugging her every day.
Who was the one to put Catana's first comic online?
So she wanted to post it, but she was also terrified of posting it. So she basically wanted me to like just push the button for her. She basically closed her eyes and was like, all right, I'll post it for you.
Which is funny, because reading like the articles, they're like, boyfriends secretly post comics without permission.
Yeah, I was like, I totally got her permission, I didn't.
Hi, I'm Vanna. My boyfriend's over there. Soul couples, by the way. Soul couples. Anyways, my question is, I'm going to piggyback off that. How long does it take for you to do like a comic? And does John like edit them? And does he say, oh, don't post my butt looking like that?
So I want to say the hardest part with making the comics is coming up with the idea, start to finish. Like sometimes I'll have something I know I want to make a comic about, but it's hard to come up with like a storyline to come to that point. So that takes like a while, I want to say. But actually drawing the comics, once you know exactly what you want to do, it's like, it blows by. Like I want to say it takes like 2 to like 4 hours, depending on how many panels there are, to complete the comic. And John does do the QA for me, actually.
Try my best.
He tries.
I proofread.
He proofreads. There was this one comic I put out, I don't know how many of you guys saw it, but it was like, I don't even know what it said, like all the words were in the wrong order. It was like, me, John, go, store, do, like, you know, like, and John had QA'd that, and somehow it made it through to the real world. So,
She blamed that one on me.
I did. So he QA's it, but, like, lightly.
Hi. Do you still do your chalk art on the streets?
Yes, I do. I'm so glad that you know that. I haven't this year just because we've been so busy, but I love doing chalk art.
Do you want to share the Instagram handle?
Oh, it's at Cat Talks if anyone is interested. I do still do it, and I would like to go to like as many in between what we're already doing with the comics. I'd like to go to as many festivals as I can this year for it. So I'll keep an eye out for you if you go to one.
We'll do like 2 more questions.
Hi, just wondering, has John ever taken over for the comic? And what are your guys' heights?
I said that for April Fool's Day, John should draw a full comic, like start to finish. But we didn't.
She posted a story of me trying, and it looked so sad. I can't draw at all.
But I do I get a lot of requests from guys who want comics drawn more so from their perspective. And so I would like to get more ideas from John, but I feel like it's hard when you're not like a comic maker to just like come up with a comic. So so we're working on that. And John is like...
Oh yeah, I'm like 6'4", 6'5".
And I'm 5'1".
You can talk loudly, so I'll mic.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Matthew. Hi, my name is Matthew. My girlfriend Lauren, she's about 200 some odd miles away. She also says hi. She's the one that actually got me obsessed with you guys, and she's super jealous that I'm here right now. I know this might be a stupid question, but would you ever consider like sort of like a digital short, I guess, like a 15, 20-second sort of thing, like with voiceovers and whatnot?
It is something that we've like talked about before. We're already trying to do more, like, I don't know if anyone saw it today, it's a little twirling thing, yay. But it's like, as far as me, it's like ridiculous the amount of time it took me to do that, which is so silly because you look at it and it does not look like it should have worn that much time at all. But that took me like a full day to do. So, so it is definitely something that I think would be fun to do, especially something that short. But I should probably get better at animating things first.
That's the new thing I've been bugging them to do, actually, is animations.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool.
It's fun. It's just takes me forever. I don't know why.
Hello. All right, that wraps up the Q&A. If you give us 2 minutes to set up the signing table, we'll let you know exactly how we're going to do this.
Okay, please, if everyone can remain seated while we